Good morning.
Why did you say good morning?
Because I was right next to the camera.
Oh.
Okay, this morning's workout is brought to us by Izzy. Technically, Aggie, it's all got confused with rolling the dice. Tomorrow we'll get it proper in sync, so Aggie will roll and Aggie will call it. But today, Aggie rolled and Izzy's calling it because it's all drama. They have to have it perfectly even. Izzy, do you want to show us what we've got? Come on over to the camera. I'm going to dive behind, make sure it's on it. So we can see. Too close, too close. All on, all there, so you can see she's put a lot of work into it. She's also included our warm-up and our cool-down.
Roughly.
And we've got some nice little graphics down there, which is pretty awesome.
Graphics!
Okay, go stick it on the fridge. I suggested during the tough workout, I got the order on like 2 out of 4 rounds. Because I was trying to read from my notebook, so I was like, oh, I'll use a whiteboard marker to put it on the door of the fridge, it'll be great. I don't trust, we did a test with the whiteboard marker and it came off, but I'm not sure if it's on there, it will, so I'm gonna start like the kids, writing my workout out and we'll stick it on the fridge. I don't know if it'll be any good to you watching, it's probably too far away and too small, you won't zoom in, but it's there, we can see it.
We can see it, we can call it.
Also, today's workout, I might be a little bit lackluster. I'm currently 52 and a bit hours into a fast.
I thought you were finished. I thought it was 9 o'clock.
No, it's 9 o'clock tonight it finishes.
Ah.
Doing 72-hour fast, so 3 days without any food. One moment I'm talking. In that fast, officially, water, black tea, black coffee. I've been having water, black coffee, but last night I was close to cracking, so I had a Pepsi Max, which is technically 0 calories, so technically within the realms of the fast, but I generally try and stay away from stuff like that because I think it's cheating. It's putting chemicals in my body that the whole point of the fast is to give my body a chance to deal with it all. But I was struggling. This lot were all having their dinner. I could smell the food cooking, and I was ready to crack. Normally, if I do these, I can go out and be distracted more.
But you can't.
Yes, Dee Dee.
You technically can't live without food.
You can't live without food. You'll starve to death if you go too long. But fasting, I'll do a separate video on the benefits of fasting.
Like 40 days.
Well, yes, but we're not getting into the realities of Jesus or not. Yes, Ags?
Why did you say that you eat poo?
I didn't say that, did I, Aggie? Don't be silly. But, moving swiftly on, fasting, not good for little ones, so these girls shouldn't do it. You need your...
If I tried, I probably could.
You could, but it would be unhealthy for you. When you get to my age, when you're an adult, fasts of varying lengths can be very, very healthy for you.
I can do it for only 1 second.
For 1 second, yeah. 72 hours specifically, the reason I'm doing that one, we'll get on soon. The reason I'm doing it is they've shown that a 72-hour fast can essentially completely reboot your immune system. They used it with patients undergoing chemotherapy to help reboot their immune system, and the results are amazing. Your white blood cell counts. While you're fasting, there are a lot of benefits from being in ketosis, autophagy, and the such. But after a long fast like this, when you refeed something healthy, boom, it boosts. It's amazing, and that's what I'm counting on. To be fair. You go through waves as well of being euphoric and full of energy, and then you'll dip all the way down and you'll be lightheaded and weak at the knees and emotional, or hangry, should I say. Yes, girls?
Can I show them what I can do? Walk on my heels.
Wonderful. Yes, Deeds?
And what is my name?
Don't know what your name is, you know what your name is.
What are these 3 names?
We know everybody's names. We've been doing this for ages now. Everybody. Go on then, introduce yourselves just in case people watching have forgotten. Go on, spill the beans. Who are you all?
Spill the beans.
Me. Izzy.
Are you sure about that? You took a long time to think about it.
No, okay. I'm Lee Williams.
No, you are not.
Yes, I am.
In that case, that makes me Agatha, surely.
Yeah.
Who are you then?
I'm Jeffrey.
Get out of it.
It's actually really hurt my
I'm Jeffrey.
I'm very sorry, sweetheart. To be fair, I hurt your ankle because you kicked me while I was getting the chair. I know, but you kicked me and you're complaining your ankle hurts. This is why we need daily workouts. Now that frail and fragile, she kicks me and
I'm
complaining.
Lee Williams.
Well, sit down, Lee Williams. This has been the longest intro because I've got no energy to do the workout. The longest intro ever.
I'm Jeffrey.
let's get on with it. Okay, usual warm up. Look up and down. I'm going to do as much of it seated as possible today to save my what little energy I've got. Come on
I'm
up.
fixing it.
Come on down.
No,
Come on, girls, join in.
I'm fixing stuff.
Okay, left and right.
Okay.
Look over each shoulder.
Why am I standing up?
I don't know.
Why am I standing up?
Because you just stood
Because
up
you just
after I
stood
said it.
Why am I standing up?
Why do you do anything,
Why
Ax?
am I sitting down?
Okay, ear to shoulder.
Isn't it should be saying?
Oh, you want to read? Well, no, he does the workout.
I
do
can do
the warm
it. I
up.
can do it all. Why haven't
I know. That
Can I stand up on
we need to get on a t-shirt. That is your life motto, isn't it? I can do it all. Chin
Why
to
am I
chest.
standing
Roll
up?
semicircle.
Oh, I thought it was
Come
on
back.
down again.
No.
Dad, why am I standing up?
Because you just stood up.
Because you decided to stand up, sweetheart.
Ah.
Okay, over the other shoulder. Yeah, one back. Come on forwards.
Dean, why do you seriously need to stop copying me?
Come on, get on with it. Inhale, exhale. Especially the most low energy workout ever today.
Shoulder roll.
Roll the shoulders, come backwards.
The wheels on the bus go backwards.
Come
I
forwards.
think we've done that song enough now.
The wheels on the
And backwards.
The wheels on the anchor.
Yeah, the wheels on the ankle.
Okay, interlock your fingers, roll your wrists.
Can the fridge just be like there? And then,
No.
and then we can see.
In fact, it's already strange enough that we have a fridge in our front room anyway, sweetheart.
How's it
We have a very small kitchen, there's no room for it.
Then
We have a
it's-
giant freezer in the kitchen instead. Change direction, roll the wrists the other way.
The freezer and the fridge are pretty much the same as this one.
They look the same, yeah, but there's not room for both in the kitchen.
If that extra bit was gone, they'd pretty much be the same. They'd be
Use
the
one
same.
big door instead of two little doors.
Except from the fact that...
Okay, stand up, 1 foot back, circle the ankle.
Where's the anchor?
It's definitely an ankle. Okay, keep it going.
Then what is an anchor?
Because we have a ship to stop it so it was floating away. Change direction.
I just wanted to.
Come on, Ax, join
When
in.
I was writing it down, I had two
If your
extras.
socks are a pain, take them off, Ax.
Okay.
When I was doing
They keep
writing
falling down.
everything
Yeah, just
down,
take them off while we're doing
I
the
had
workout.
two extra on the warm-up.
Easy
And then I was
feet.
looking through it, I was like...
Change feet.
And then I went back to the video.
Now
and
these. Copying.
I forgot to change. I did what I had done was
You have cold hands.
I
Do a
had
warm heart. Change direction, back the other way.
Did you want
Go on, it's spit it out. This story is taking even longer than one of my stories at the minute.
I had the ankle when you were doing it,
Hmm.
and then I moved to the and then I didn't change direction on it. I just
Yeah, I
stayed ankle.
sometimes stick it out when I start talking, I can't tell.
Oh my, what?
Okay, feet together, bend the knees, small circles with the knees. Hands on the legs, not on the knees, remember.
Don't you say that every time?
I do, because if you put your hand on the knees, the pressure on the knees can hurt your knees.
What
Make
about
you feel
hands
uncomfortable. I think that's like belly dancing or something, isn't it? Change direction, back the other way.
What?
Look.
We're on the orange realm now.
We're into the realm of the orange. Oh, we are.
That would have been yellow, that would have been green, that would have been blue. But
Okay,
you made
coming
me
up.
stop.
Hula hoop. Nice wide stance. Hula hoop.
Left, so that's that way.
Is it?
Yeah, it's that way. Okay.
Come on, Ax, join in. Keep going. And now back the
I
other
don't
way.
like being this side. I prefer being that side because you can see the clock and you can see the time and you can see everything.
Yeah, but whoever's reading out goes there because we just don't make a stick it to the fridge. So
Can't
everybody's
we stick it to the
No, sweetheart, it's easier if we keep it on rotation, then everybody's keeping it nice and friendly. Knees up and out, open the gates.
Gates.
Open the
No,
gates.
opening the double door. Double door.
Double doors.
Like a castle.
Yeah.
Like a castle.
Castle.
Okay, back the other way, close the
Castles
gates.
have a drawbridge.
Agatha, stand up, sweetheart, come on.
Closing the door.
Can we
Yeah.
can we all move over a bit?
Maybe
I keep kneeling.
You're working your way into the kitchen
I'm
slowly,
kneeling the
Charlie.
table.
Yeah.
I like
That's
being on the
fine.
table.
You like kneeing the table. Swing the arms, palms up when you're out, thumbs down when you're in.
You're too close.
She's
That's
fine.
right.
Agatha, stand up, sweetheart. Stop being so
Next
lazy.
one's the workout. Ooh, excuse me.
No, the next one is cat lift.
Oh, I missed
Cat,
one out
angry
then.
cat, coming round. Cat stretch.
That means I missed one out.
Roll the shoulders back.
Dad, I do this.
Roll down.
Oh, Dad,
Hands
that's-
on your knees. Inhale.
That's because
Exhale.
I wrote it somewhere else.
Finish on the stretch. Coming up. Okay, Isabel, what is our first one?
Skipping.
Okay, Aggie. Coming over here while Izzy skips.
It says
Go, go, go. Skip.
I'm not very good at
You can hear
That's
it.
right. That's some good skipping, Isabel.
Don't distract me.
Come here where you're safe. Keep skipping, keep skipping.
I'm doing it backwards.
Oh, so it's Isabel. Come back a little bit, Isabel, you're getting a bit close.
I can do it backwards.
Come on, 7 seconds, keep moving. You can do it, Izzy, you can do it. Ah!
Maybe not. Come on, we're going to try and do a double
Bit
under.
crisscross.
Let me try and do a double under.
Go on then, quick attempt at double under. We need to know what to do next. That wasn't double under.
Yeah, I know.
What's next, Isabel?
Ski jump.
Ski jump. Awesome. Reach high, feet hip distance, shift your hip back, so you're in a lightning bolt shape.
And then you
Now, no, drop down and come up.
Why is it
If you want to
ski
jump, because we're flying down the mountain and then jump.
I think just smacked me.
Well, be careful. Come on down,
I don't have room.
coming up. So when you're here, nice and aerodynamic,
I don't
chin
have
back,
room.
shoulders back. Then here, pull your hips and your hands apart. So find a space. Come on down, coming up. Come on down, come on up. All the way up, stand tall. Slide your shoulder blades down your back.
Overhead press.
Look. Slide that back there. Slide that back there. There's loads of space. Okay.
Overhead press.
Feet together. Grip the floor with your toes. Turn on all your muscles all through your body. Get everything. Then squeeze the bar. Push. Nice and strong.
Isn't
Nice
this
and
what
high.
I did with the stick?
Stand up, Agatha. It's exactly what you do with the stick. Yes. You've got a heavy bar. Squeeze all your
No,
muscles and
remember when we
exhale as
did-
you lift. Agatha, get up.
Remember when we were doing the stick thing?
Yes, that's exactly what
I
you
was
push.
picking it up. I was
Bring it down.
muscles.
Big squeeze. Grip the floor with your toes. Clench your
I only
fists.
actually know how to do that.
One last push up. Come on down, chuck it away. Go on then, go to the toilet, come straight back. Be quick.
Lunge.
Don't chuck it at me, you monster.
I'm
What
taking
next?
it as I go. Coach lunge.
Curtsy lunge, we know this one. Step across
I'm
and
taking it as I
curtsy.
go because I keep almost saying the one before and
Yeah.
saying the one wrong. So I'm just checking it
Come
out.
on, Dee, so see if we can all get in sync.
Can you get
Look,
up?
me and Izzy are at the same time. I can't get that low. Well, sometimes I can.
I
I'm
can get over
really
it.
weak today.
I can
That's
all-
good. It's a nice
Lily,
wide
get in.
stance as
Go
well.
at the same time as us.
Step and step.
And
And get the hands there, flick. Step and flick. And step and flick.
Oh, that's what we did when we saw
Good job,
Cinderella
guys.
and we were doing
Yeah,
it.
nice. What next is?
Mountain climbers.
Mountain climbers. So on the floor, on your chair, on something. And put a bit of a spring in your step. You can run on the spot like this. If Izzy's on socks, she can slide her feet on the floor. Or you can put a bit of a bounce, like me. It's a bit of a
Or
spring.
you can go at.
You can run like this. You can bring the knees
I
forwards.
don't get why it's
You
called
can
mountain
slide your feet.
climbers because you don't really climb. And you'd be climbing if
I
you're
know,
doing,
sweetheart.
if you're
I
doing
didn't
it
name
slowly
it.
and then push it back, you'd be climbing a mountain.
Yeah, coming up.
Pencil.
I really have no energy. They're the most lackluster mountain climbers I've possibly
Ladder
called in
climb.
my entire life. Ladder climb.
Oh, jump across.
Awesome. So knees high. The focus here, get the knees nice and high.
Skipping.
Ben, be
Skipping's
quiet.
number 10.
Climb up Big Ben. Come on then. Excellent, Edie. That's good. Get your knees higher though. Knees high.
What like this?
Get them higher.
What, like this?
Yes.
Push all that out to my head.
That's good. Aggie's back. As Mum's seen you to check your shorts on, monkey.
Why do my shorts keep coming off?
Come here. You got wonky shot. There you go. Perfect.
Jab, cross,
Turn around.
left, cross, left.
Don't tuck the t-shirt in. What do you look like? Okay, left. I'm going to mirror, so I'm putting my right foot forwards, but this should be your left side, so I'm your mirror. Pause it, jab, hook, cross,
Jab, jab,
Jab,
cross, hook.
cross,
Cross.
hook,
Jab,
Cross.
cross, hook.
jab, cross, hook,
cross.
cross.
Jab, cross,
Axe, join in, come on.
Dad,
Can I
fast
do it to you?
Jab,
Jab,
cross.
can I do it to you?
No, because then everybody's
Fast
back
line.
here.
Dad, fast
Jab,
line.
cross, hook,
Jab,
cross.
cross, hook.
So it's straight, side,
Okay,
straight.
now I'm going to do my left.
Okay, ready? Guard, jab, cross, hook, cross. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Oh, it's amazing the difference makes when you actually join in. Quick grab. Well, tell us what we're doing next, then grab a drink.
Overhead press.
Again, oh, who rolled double overhead press?
Abby! She also rolled double skipping.
Come on then, grab your barbell, turn on all your muscles and push. Bring it back down. That's good, Ags. Big squeeze. It's an invisible barbell, I can see that. Big squeeze. That's good. Turn on your core. Imagine someone's going to run up and punch you in the tummy. Like that. Ish, or that. Ish, or that.
Oh yeah, you're so good at punching.
Big push.
And again.
See, it's right, my core's engaged. I can take it. Abs are still. Abs are still. Get on, right. Enough. Let's just beat up Dad for out. Chuck your barbell down.
I know how to do it.
Oh yeah, pop the right foot forwards.
Chuck it at you.
Dad feels left foot.
Okay, jab, cross, hook, cross. So, stand here. So your lead hand is the jab. Jab, hook, cross, backhand, hook, cross. Right, Aggie, thumbs on the outside. Always, thumbs on the outside, always. Jab, cross. Yes, but then if you actually punch something, you'll break your thumb, Eggs. Put them out.
It's easier to protect.
Don't do it, Dee. You're not protecting them. You'll break them. As soon as you punch something, it'll push it down and break your thumb. Very dangerous. Never do it. What's next, Isabel?
Skipping.
Skipping.
I'm going to try and do a double under this time. Give me my rope.
Miss Ags, you come here so you're safe. Dean, stay there. Let's go. Let's get these skips going.
Ah. No, that's never going to work.
Ags going backwards nicely. Yeah, try not to hit Dee. Come on, it's an accident. Rule a little bit squash because we've got to stay out of Isabel's way. Crisscross. Can you do a crisscross, Isabel?
No.
Can you do a double under, Isabel? Can you just skip, Isabel? Can you move?
Yeah.
4 seconds.
I'm
Let's
going
do
to keep
this.
backwards for a bit.
And breathe. What's next, Isabel?
No idea.
Oh, quick. Chop, we're all waiting on you.
Hooks and overhand like that.
A hook and an overhand. So left foot forwards. A hook is you do this. Boom. Punch them in the air. And then the overhand, step. And then go bang over the top.
So Dad,
hook, overhand.
Can I have some
Hook,
help?
overhand. Yes, you
Dad,
can. Ready?
How do you do it with your left hand?
Boom.
With your left hand.
Overhand. Boom. Swap.
So
This
then
you
like that.
stick. Do the same as me. Come on, Liz. Hook.
Hook,
Ready?
overhand.
Hook, hit him in the ear, then come over the top. Boom. Hit him in the top of the temple. Hook, overhand.
Seated lunge stretch.
Where's my chair?
So, oh, we need our chairs. Turn sideways. Drop the foot back. Inhale, lean backwards. Exhale,
Guess what I called
forwards.
this?
I have the chair next.
Dad.
So move the chair then, sweetheart. Fold forward.
Dad, wasn't this the thing that I
It was.
I
Big
was
breath in.
watching?
Let it all
It's too
out.
big for me to do this.
Come back. Oh, that's good. Is
It's too
it?
big. Yeah, I can't
Oh,
get
it is a
down.
little bit, isn't it?
I can't get down.
Alex, leave that there. Move your chair forwards.
See, man, I need to go. See, man, I broke.
Remember what way you're facing, because we need to do the other way next, but I'm thinking we're boxing next.
Hooks and overhand.
We have our hook and overhand right with the right foot forwards. So we have hook,
I forgot how to.
overhand. Try your best. Hook, overhand.
You should step.
Hook. You do. You step with the overhand. So you can hook, and then I push forwards. Boom. Slightly off to the side as well.
I'm so
Hook,
hot.
overhand.
You mean like
It
this?
makes a difference when you actually join in, Isabel, and work hard. Let's see.
Hook and
Overhand.
That's a little bit more like a ballet move.
Ah!
That's good. Keep trying. Hook, overhand. Hook.
Seated lunge stretch right while I take
Yep, same stretch, other side. So on the chair, turn
I
sideways,
didn't get to do this.
drop your heel
way.
back. Big breath in, lean back. Oh, that's nice, let it all out. Fold
Dad,
forwards.
I
Inhale. Something's
think
gone a little bit
that-
wrong there, Ags. Sit on your chair normally and then turn sideways. Inhale. Exhale. Come on back. Come on forwards. That's good.
Oh,
Now
God,
I
that
need
hurts.
to change.
There's a certain heat is like the chair digging.
I need
Yeah,
to
okay, we need to get you, next time you do this,
To do
Get
it.
we'll
me
get you
a
a different
small
chair.
chair.
Yeah, what's next is?
Last one, reach high and low.
Oh, we're on the last one, that's gone quickly. The delirium from lack of food is working well. Feet together, inhale, reach high,
Why did I do it?
exhale, reach low. One stretch, down, down. Hands on hips, lean it back.
than you since I know.
No, because it's a stretch. You should be slow,
Oh, why does it?
relaxed and calm.
How
Isabel, stop rubbing yourself where you're sitting, honey.
How many minutes is the cool down?
5. Reach high.
Ish.
Slide your shoulder blades down your back. Still 5. Every time you've asked 5. The warm-up's 5 minutes. The workout's 10 minutes. The circuit is 10 minutes.
I've only asked you once.
Okay. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, hug your knee in. Aggie's going to sleep. Again, you can do it walking if you want. You can do it static standing.
What's that?
What's what? Static standing.
Really
Standing on the spot.
sleepy.
Test your balance.
What, like this?
What, like this today?
One more. Okay.
According to this, it's
Hamstrings.
hamstrings. Because you said we'd do that.
Inhale. Come on down.
Is it alternating?
Alternating, yeah. Well done, Deeds.
Yeah, I've written it down so wrong.
Well done, to be fair, the cool down, we do slightly different every day. I kind of make it up as I go along, depending on what exercises we've done in the workout, what needs stretching. So it's very similar. You can't change feet because your knee hurts. Slide your chair back a bit.
Or something. This chair is really...
Possibly. Cross your legs. Figure 4. Get the ankle up on the knee. Sit tall.
Aggie,
Reach
chair.
forwards.
Oh no, did you say?
Ags, pop your ankle
Someone
on your
sit on
leg.
my chair.
Mate, it's my good.
No, it's not. You did it yesterday. Oh, never busted it.
Inhale. Exhale. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky on that seat because you're so tall though.
Sure.
You're not so tall. Finish with a good posture. Swap legs.
I can't, it's my knee.
You can't because your knee.
It hurts.
My tattoo off, yeah.
Inhale, kind of. It's going.
Mine's
Reach.
going, but it's not gone.
Sit tall. To be fair, they all started
Mine
going
hurts.
after one day. Yours is
Yeah.
pretty much completely gone, isn't it, Ags?
Mine,
Yeah, and it's
Started,
off.
right?
mine another new one.
Yeah. Come on, join in.
Aggie,
Keep going.
show us your heart one and see if it's all the way gone yet. Oh, it's gone. Yeah.
And my scars.
Looks more like she just got a rash.
Oh, maybe you got a rash.
Yeah.
It's not face. Oh, did you get my seat back?
Who's watching me?
I'm watching you.
Ah, everyone's watching me.
Okay. Reach high.
Oh.
Got one hand.
Oh, God, that didn't work.
Stretch. Deeds. Do it properly. Reach
Hey, that was
high.
good there. I don't know.
Stretch.
I'm sick.
Reach high. Grab your wrist and pull. Aggie, join in. Come on, you've got 5 minutes, then we're done.
Asleep.
Have a nap after while I'm doing the big
I need
workout.
to
Slide your
yawn.
shoulder blades
I
down.
needed to yawn and cough at the same time.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
I've got scratch where my earrings are.
Okay. Inhale, reach, then down your back. And pull the elbow in. Other side.
two.
Inhale.
Is
Exhale.
it switching sides?
Big breath in. Yep, we're alternating. Stretch. Big breath in. Come on, eggs.
This chair is really uncomfortable.
Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Reach and stretch.
Dad, can I shoot them what I can do?
No, you can do the workouts, Eggs. Come on, join in. Everybody's doing a good job working, joining in, except you. You're mucking around on your chair, not doing anything. Okay, inhale. Shoulders back, chest high, chin high. Exhale, round the back. You need to be up on your knees if you do it, like Aggie is if you're doing it on the floor.
Oh.
Inhale, bring your legs in a little bit, Deeds.
I've
You're in
always
front
gone
of
like
you.
that and you can say it's right. You think?
Well, then I didn't see you properly. On your hands and knees on the floor. Not on your elbows, Eggs, on your hands. Well, I'll show you later. Come on up, girls. I'll demo that one tomorrow on the floor so you can see it.
Finish.
Not quite. We've got 3 more to go. Come across, stretch your shoulder.
One.
Come across, stretch
I
your
don't
shoulder.
like not being able to
So
see.
reach out next to you, lock your arms straight, and then just use your hand to pull it in a little bit closer. Thumb down is reach and pull.
I always see the time when I'm there. Almost the time I do.
That's good.
Oh, that's it.
Last one, even numbers. Okay, we have our Superman stretch. Coming around to the chair.
Two super.
Can I go
Back of the
on
chair. You can do, and again, this one you could do on your hands and knees if you want, but
I'm doing it on the floor.
I'm going on the floor.
one heel back, one hand
wait.
out, stretch, and then crunch.
I do it like that.
Hand on the floor, is he?
My knee, my knee.
No, hand instead of the elbow.
My knee.
Reach and crunch. Dylan, try not to flash your bum at the
Try
camera
not
quite
to.
so much.
Try not to.
That's right, Isabel, perfect. And how you are now is how you want to be for the cat lifting cat.
Oh, so
Happy
it's
cat,
like
angry cat,
that.
cat stretch. Opposites, Dee Dee.
So Daddy's
Every
like that.
day, yes it is. Other leg back, other hand out. Every day you get it, and then you forget by the next day. There you go, opposite. Stretch. Aggie, rein in the drama, sweetness. There is nothing wrong with your knee. Reach.
Stretch. Crunch.
That's good. Stretch as long as you can.
I raised my knee again.
Come on out. Finish with the stretch.
I raised my knee again.
Come on down. Okay, well done, girls. You made it through another one, just about. I'm going to sit down before I fall down. Okay, say goodbye.
Bye.
We do it all over again tomorrow. I'm not sure this is going to be an interesting one doing the tough workout. It really is. I might need the girls to stay with me just to prop me up every time I fall over. But
See ya.
stand up, Dad. Keep going.
Bye.
Hey, say goodbye. Let's move on to the next one. I'll get it all set up and then press go. Wish me luck. Okay, quarantine conditioning. Let's do this. Today, a little bit of monotonous workout. I've been saying this a lot recently. I like it because I find it a little bit meditative. I just kind of get in the flow and go round and round. It's really good. It's 2 parts today, so we have a density block, which we're doing in here now. And again, if you need alternatives for the exercises, I think you know well enough by now. Ask me, I'll tell you. Density block is 20 minutes, and we have 3 exercises. 1 exercise on each leg, so technically 4 stations. Just go round and round in circles, and the key thing is to try and get as many rounds in as possible. Next time I do it, I'll try and get more in. I probably will succeed because I feel like so weak and pathetic at the moment. It's not even funny. So my goal is just to keep moving. I don't even really worry about the pace. The exercises are pull-ups, press-ups, and Bulgarian split squats. You can do regular split squats. See me being a wimp, I put shoes on and a cushion on the bar to protect my foot because I'm feeling frail. If my feet hurt, I'll just switch to regular split squats. Again, you could do those weighted, but at the same time today I feel too weak, I can't be bothered. So this is 20 minutes. In all of our workouts we want them to be about 25-30 minutes. Once I'm done here, I'm going to head out into the garden. I'll take the camera with me. I'm going to use my sledgehammer. Again, a lot of people probably wouldn't have access to do that. I've pre-buried a tyre in the garden for slamming, and I've got a sledgehammer. Alternatives really are just do anything on a tabata time frame. Recently when I've been doing the sledgehammer at the gym, I've been doing it for reps rather than the tabata time. Generally on the tabata, I look to get in each 20-second block. I try and get up to 15 slams, which means I was getting 120 per go. It's bad maths. I wasn't doing a traditional tabata, I was doing a 5-minute tabata, so I was getting between 120 and 150 because I was getting between 12 and 15 per go. So then I decided if I'm doing 150, I'll just do reps, blocks of 50, and I'll do 150. And then I was like, you know what, let's see if I can do 200, 250. My goal for that is just to get up to 300. But again, today swinging a sledgehammer is going to be interesting anyway, so I'm just going to do the blocks of 50 and do 150. With regards to that, for if you decide you want to follow along at home, you could pick a good conditioning exercise and do it for reps, or you could do a tabata yourself, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. 8 times is traditional tabata. For my OCD, I tend to do 10 times. I like a 5-minute round. It's a nice solid block. But anyway, I've waffled enough. I've put it off long enough. Let's get on with it. So again, for the density block, we're doing pull-ups, push-ups, split squats. Rep-wise, I'm going to do 2, 4, 6. I might, if I really am weak and struggle, I'm hoping it won't come to it, I might drop to 1, 2, 3. But generally that's how I would do the reps on this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 3, 6, 9. I can't go beyond that, I've got the brain power. Okay, here comes the countdown. Let's get to work on it. So the key here, any rest you need, take, but I just want to keep moving. It's a nice steady pace. 2. 4. Pushing back. And 6 split squats. 6. Another leg. He says. Trouble is, at the minute my head's so light-headed I feel like I could fall over sitting down on a chair anyways. Balancing on one leg isn't the best plan. 5, 6. One round down and it's taken me about a minute. So arguably I'll get 20 rounds in. Ain't happening. Back to the beginning. Key thing here, yesterday I was doing chin-ups, palm in. Today I think I'm going to do pull-ups, palm out. Much as anything, it's for a bit of variety. Changes the wear and tear on the joints. 2, 4 of these. 2, 3, 4. Deja vu, back here all over again. Okay. What I'm looking at with these, I really ideally want to be able to see my toes all the way. If my knee's coming forward so much that it's obscuring my view of my toes, then I probably need to jump forwards a little bit more. I think I possibly need to come putting the cushion back as its own rep. Oh, nice crunch out my knee there. I don't think the camera would have picked that up. Certainly felt like it was loud enough. And again. And again. 6. 2 rounds down. Okay, let's do this. Generally I like 20 minutes is a good time for a density block. Sometimes in the gym we'll do 10 or 15 minutes just because people get bored. It can get a bit monotonous, but I say 20 minutes is a nice time frame for a nice number of sets. I mean, already by the end of this round we'll be a quarter of the way through. Time does go pretty quickly, to be fair. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only thing is, normally I don't stop talking. Today, when we've got probably a workout that I can afford to talk the most, I haven't got the energy. Hey, 1. Fortunately I've got the balance. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so 3 rounds. That's not bad. That's not a bad workout by the time you get to the end. I mean, with regards to working out while in a fasted state, there's no reason not to. And as well, it'll encourage the body not to dip into your muscle mass to keep you alive and keep you moving. 4. Excellent. We're up. But at the same time, they're not going to be particularly energetic workouts at all. I'm looking here, I found a nice line on the boards which is about right for my toes. So now I've done a few sets, I know roughly where my feet need to be, and now I'm just going to look at adding depth, because I should, yeah, my knee just about touches the floor, which is nice. Keep me honest, if I don't feel it touching the floor, I know I'm not doing a full rep. And switch. He says. Alright, so I did that subconsciously on purpose to give myself a bit of extra rest. There it is. So I'm also thinking here about alignment. I want my hips to be over my knees, to be over my toes. I'll stop counting. I think that's number 4. 5. And 6. We're up. Quick drink of water for the next round. Okay. Yeah, getting there, nearly halfway. I've lost track already of how many rounds I've done, might be 4. We'll do them recording it and have a look later. 2 of them. You'll notice when I do pull-ups, apart from the fact I want to get a full range of motion, and you always dangle for a bit at the top or the bottom, because it's such a nice stretch. Your shoulders, your back. So I always try and make the most of it while I'm there. And it also means I'm getting the most out of the strength benefits, because I'm not using any momentum to get up and down. Absolutely baking. Yeah, it's possibly because the central heating's on. No, I'm hallucinating as well because the wife says the central heating's not on. Thing is, I do find with the when I'm fasting, when I get about lightheadedness from it, my body temperature spikes. Anyway, a bit like sometimes you've got a sickness bug, you get warm with it first. Not a temperature, not corona, don't worry. Because I can guarantee 100% once I eat tonight at 9 o'clock on the button, I'll feel the best I've felt in ages. I mean, something as well that is important is when you refeed, it's as equally important the food you put in. The very, very first time I did a 72-hour fast, I finished it and went straight to McDonald's. Not the best bet. The second one, I don't actually remember what I had, to be fair. I kind of blanked it from my memory. Today, having a bit of fruit, an apple and banana, something I can chew on, start to get the digestion working nicely again, and I'll be following that with technically porridge. I have a extra protein bug in my drink. I have a Huel. It's a food, so it's not a protein shake, it's kind of ground porridge with peas and flax seeds in. I treat it like a multivitamin.
Meal replacement.
It's a meal replacement shake, yeah. Shells on the ball.
Swim fast.
But it's quite a taste, it seems, because I absolutely love them. I think they're delicious, but at the same time, a few people I know who I've told about it have come back and said they can't stand it. So it's possibly the Marmite of meal replacements. But I must admit, I personally rarely use it as a meal replacement. Sometimes if I've got a long day, if I'm at a seminar or something and I'm on the go a lot, I need something light to keep me going, it's perfect. But generally, if I'm having it day to day, I'll have it. I get the sweet flavours. I've got the vanilla and the chocolate, so I'll have a small one as a dessert after a meal. But so I tend to treat it more like a multivitamin. So you know, I'll be having one of those. If I'm really ready to crack, I might have a couple of squares of milk chocolate, because I am a chocoholic. I cannot live without my chocolate. to the point where it messes with my mood. I could have a really enjoyable roast dinner, nice dessert, cake, pudding, trifle, something like that. If it's not chocolate, I'm not interested. There's always room for chocolate, no matter how much I eat. 9 minutes, we're getting there, past the halfway mark. I have no concept of how many rounds I've done, though I am struggling a little bit. It will be interesting to see when we come back round and I do this workout again in a fed state, the difference, how many extra rounds I get in, the difference in the performance. Or hopefully the difference in performance. It might be I'm always this weak and pathetic and the lack of food's got nothing to do with it at all. I'm really having to focus here to not shrug my shoulders. Using the bars means I can get a slightly fuller range of motion because I'm not hitting the floor, but I do find when I use them I'm much more likely to shrug my shoulders. I don't really shrug my shoulders when I'm doing press-ups. If I'm trying to see how many I can do, when I get towards the end, the last few that are a struggle, I might. But on these, I'm going to be very, very strict with myself not to. Because I'm feeling the shoulders coming up a lot. The thing is, as long as I'm aware of it, not the end of the world at all. The key to it, keeping the lats engaged, keeping everything rolled back and pulled down. I think that was 6. Nearly there. 4, 5. 6. Excellent. Flying through it. Yeah. Nearly 3/4 already. See, and I must admit it has gone pretty quick. Probably quicker for me than for you. Because you're having to listen to me prattle on and kill time talking. But 20 minutes ain't that long in the grand scheme of things. It is something. I'm very clunky today. It's got a nice solid crack out of my wrists and one of my elbows on that set of pull-ups. Probably connected to the fast, possibly. Nothing to do with old age, I'm sure of it. The cushion and the shoes are doing the job. It's not digging into my feet too bad. So, write that up as a solid win. And this is a good opportunity actually to talk about, in one of my early videos, I spoke about the difference between exercising and training. Being that exercises, you do some stuff that's good for you, you give it your best, and you hope for the best, and there is nothing wrong with that. But how do you know if you're improving? You need to track stuff, which is in training. Training is here I am, here's where I want to be, put together a structured plan to get there, and constantly monitor that plan so we can readjust, make sure we're staying on course. This is a good workout that blends the lines between the two, because just exercising like I am today, just set it up and go through the motions, it's all good. But there is nothing stopping me from going back over the video, tracking how many rounds I've done with how many reps, and then next time I do this workout, looking to beat it, looking to get one more round. Even to the point where I could potentially, if I get to the end of the 20 minutes, I've done the same amount of rounds, squeeze one more in. Another alternative, if you're basically doing this as a sprint all the way through, you're not going to squeeze any more in without sacrificing your form on the exercises. The next phase is bump the reps. So I'm doing 2, 4, 6, 3, 6, 9, 4, 8, 12. Keep going indefinitely, and then suddenly you know you're progressing. I am struggling now, but the end is in sight. The main reason I'm using these today is, well, it's a double whammy. Set the camera up to make sure I know I'm definitely on the camera and I've got as much of the pull-up bar in as possible, but also means I don't have to go all the way down to the floor. It's a little bit easier to get down and up, so I'll take it wherever I can, whatever assistance I can get. Awesome. Oh, I've got the other leg to do. As far as say it's possible as well. If you made it this far, so I think I should have said at the beginning. But if you know it's just 20 minutes, rather than listening to me prattle on, you could have had a quick look at the first couple of minutes and turn the video off. Saved your ears from all the noise of me going on and on about feeling weak and pathetic. Boom, that's 6. Awesome. How are we doing time wise? 2 minutes. So normally I'd look at that and say, boom, 2 rounds, smash through it. Today I'm looking at it, saying I'm going to have a sip of water, get 1 round done, probably call it a day. Something with these as well, if you are counting the rounds to assess if you're getting better or not. Personally, don't stop mid-round if the timer runs out. I would say finish that round, but just don't count it in your total. So if on the 21st round the timer breaks out when I'm halfway through my press-ups, finish the round, do the press-ups, do the squats, but only count 20. Or do basically what I'm going to do and cheat. And when you figure you can't get 1 more round in, stop early. And I wouldn't always recommend that, not the best way for a solid workout, so I'm going to go over on this round. But needs must, like I was saying the other day. The only bad workout is the one you don't do. As long as I'm turning up, I'm doing my best, and my form's not so bad that I risk an injury. Just go through the motions. If nothing else, I'm training my brain to work out regularly. 9 times out of 10, I mean, even after I've done it, this is something that I have learned with every workout that I go into that I really don't want to. I do know 100% once it's over and done with, I'll feel good about it. Let's finish these off, 4 more. Boom. And 6. Awesome. We made it. Okay, so this next phase could be a Tabata. To be fair, I think if anybody's watching and they're doing it themselves, I'm going to do it as Tabata, because it means I can go a little bit slower. I don't have to hit those same reps, I just go for the 20 seconds. But it means the timer, the camera will still see the timer, so if you're doing burpees or jumping jacks or high knees or some other fast exercise, you can still use my timer for it. Or potentially watching me brain myself with a sledgehammer. This one is 14 pounds. I bought this one. It's the heaviest one I could get on Amazon. There are lighter ones, but again, like with the kettlebell, don't do it with pets running around or kids running around. You catch them by accident, you potentially kill them. Same as if you're not confident with the technique, don't do it. Don't risk it. You catch yourself in the knee, you potentially shattered your kneecap. You drop it on your foot, you potentially broken your foot. You hit yourself in the head, you potentially killed yourself. Above and beyond that though, a lot of people I work with, they're fine not hitting themselves, but their technique sucks. Is the best way to do it. Not only do they miss what they're hitting, they overextend, which puts so much pressure on your back. They hold it halfway down. You want to be right at the end. You want to be hip hinging. Very similar movement to the kettlebell swing. So don't try this at home. Get somebody to work with you on your technique, because you need to look at it from outside. When I was learning this, so I filmed myself so I could watch myself back on the video, do a few reps, watch it back. Same with the kettlebells as well, because it's surprising. Your brain tells you you're doing something, then you look at it, you think, oh yeah, my back's perfectly straight. Then you look back on the video, you're like, oh wow, is it really that bad? That's why most gyms have mirrors so you can check your form. The downside with mirrors is you get caught looking in the mirror, you wind up with a crick in your neck. But yeah, an amazing tool, but very, very dangerous. Don't risk it if you're not 100% confident. Okay, I realise I should have said this before I did the hammer. So the magic of editing, this will come first, the hammer's coming next. But I just put the hammer away, set the dog free. What I've done, I'll give you a close up of what I've done. I've just taken a car tyre, half buried it, filled it back in, so I've got a nice little archway, semicircle to slam the tyre in. I mean, you can kind of see, but let's give you a close up. Yep, so there you go, one half buried tyre. I hit it with a hammer, the kids like to bounce on it, and the dog likes to wee up it. So, fun for the whole family. Okay, the wife needed to talk to me, so I'll edit the gaff out the middle. So, welcome back. She weren't going on that long, I'm still warm. I'm not sure, I've balanced the timer on the kids' toy wheelbarrow. If you can see that, brilliant. If not, you'll see when I start and stop. If you're following along, you'll be fine. Let's get to it.